Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, refrain from commenting on Mandeville licensed firearm holder case, Champagne says. Even as Patrick Thompson, the licensed firearm holder, who is accused of killing 2 women and injuring 3 others last month, was remanded on Wednesday, his attorney, King's Counsel Peter Champagne, appealed for the case not to be tried in the public domain. Champagne and attorney Samuel Campbell are representing Thompson. The renowned defense attorney told the journalist of his concern as he left the Manchester Parish Court moments after Thompson was remanded until March 19, when a bail application is expected to be made. Myself and Ms. Campbell, we are appealing for good sense to prevail in the sense that the matter is now before the court, and any social commentary on social media platforms is likely to be injurious not just to the rights of the accused, but also persons concerned, he said. In short, what we are appealing for is for the matter to be ventilated in court and not elsewhere. We don't want any prejudice to arise one way or another, so against that background, neither myself nor Ms. Campbell would be in a position to comment in terms of the allegations and the particulars surrounding the reasons for the charge for Mr. Thompson, he added. Thompson made his first court appearance on Wednesday, dressed in black t-shirt and jeans, and saying good morning as he was escorted into the courtroom to face the presiding judge, Monique Harrison. Champagne told the court that he had only received the preliminary statement and would rather apply for bail for Thompson at the next court date. It is the intention to make an application for bail on the next occasion, but as one would appreciate with matters like these, where there are a number of statements, it would not be prudent to make an application for bail today without having access and making an assessment of the statements that the prosecution have, Champagne told the journalists. They have a duty to disclose, and when we get those statements, then we will be in a position to make an application for bail for Mr. Thompson, he added. Thompson, otherwise called Big T or Timo, an engineer of Levy Lane in Manchester, is charged with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of wounding with intent, 2 counts of assault occasioning actual bodily harm, 2 counts of assault at a common law, 2 counts of possession of firearm and ammunition with intent to commit injury, and using a firearm to commit a felony following the incident on Levy Lane on Sunday, February 23. Those killed are Stacey Ann Mulgrave, 42, of Barnstable District, Manchester, and Anne-Marie Hanson, 46, of Caledonia Road, Manchester. A police report said about midnight, Thompson was at a candlelight vigil when he and a man got into an argument over a motor vehicle accident. The argument escalated and a crowd gathered. It is alleged that Thompson, who is a licensed firearm holder, opened the gunfire at the crowd, hitting multiple persons before leaving the area. The injured persons were assisted to the hospital, where Mulgrave and Hanson were pronounced dead and the others admitted for treatment. Deane was upset when taken into custody in 2014, cop testifies. A police corporal who was stationed at the Barnett Street lockup when Deane was murdered in 2014 testified Wednesday that Deane was upset when he was taken into custody. In terms of the lockup administration and the policy, what observations did you make, if any, of Deane at the time? Questioned the Crown Counsel from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. He was upset, replied Corporal Orville Williams, who is now stationed at the Anchovy Police Station in St. James. He did not provide additional information. Williams was the Crown's 3rd witness who gave his evidence in chief during the trial being held in the Westmoreland Circuit Court. The cops on trial are Corporal Elaine Stewart and the constables Juliana Cleavon and Marlon Grant. They are all charged with manslaughter, perverting the course of justice, and misconduct in a public office. Williams told the court that he knew Stewart and Cleavon during the 4 months he was based at Barnett Street Station, leading up to the August 3 beating incident. He also identified the 2 in court on Wednesday. He also told the court that on the day in question, Instructions were given to Cleveland to prepare a bail bond for the prisoner, Mario Deane. On the other hand, he said Stewart had released him from his shift at 8 a.m. on the day in question. Williams was on a several-hour shift from August 2 to 3, where he was the cell supervisor responsible for ensuring the welfare, hygiene, food, and the security of prisoners. Williams, who has a training in psychology and the law, also explained that there may be an incident that needs attention. He noted that when a cell guard visits a cell, they would be informed that there is an emergency or if prisoners make noise to alert of an emergency. The allegations are that Deane was arrested for possession of a ganja spliff and placed in custody where he was brutally beaten on August 3, 2014. Deane received severe injuries to his brain which left him in a coma. He died 3 days later at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James. It is alleged that the 3 cops were on duty at the police station at the time when Deane was beaten. It is further alleged that Stewart instructed that the cell in which the attack took place be cleaned before the arrival of investigators from the Independent Commission of Investigations. More Portmore establishments threatened with a closure for public health breaches. Mayor of Portmore Leon Thomas says the St. Catherine Public Health Department has advised that several food establishments in breach of the Public Health Act could be ordered closed if they fail to comply with the regulations. The department has ordered the closure of 2 supermarkets in the municipality, Jung and the Progressive Foods, within the last 4 weeks. Jung Supermarket has since been reopened. Mayor Thomas says he is still awaiting details on the reasons for the closure of the establishments. But he says the health department indicated that breaches were identified at other establishments in Portmore.
Based on the report that we received from representative from the Ministry of Health, there are some establishments that they're served notice on for them to get their thing up to date. And if they fail to do so, then they are going to take the necessary action by closing them. So far, we have 2 already closed. 1 is reopened, that the Jung Supermarket, and a notice was also served on Progressive. The reason for Progressive, I don't get that yet. I'm still awaiting that report. And Progressive, I know that there was a visit that was done by them and they were complaining about the feces from the pigeons in the roof and things like that. And the others that they have made mention of, they did not provide the names, but they are saying that they are serving notice on them. The meeting usually at night at 7 p.m. Now we changed that meeting time to 10 a.m. Every second Wednesday, and we are not seeing those agencies, people from the Public Health Department, JPS, Water Commission, the National Work Agency, NEPA, all those agencies, Solid Waste, SDC. There's a number of agencies, but we are going to again send a notice to them at the time of our meeting.
Old Harbour Bay business operators appeal for review of curfew hours. Residents and the business operators in Old Harbour Bay, St. Catherine, were left disappointed on Wednesday evening after a walkthrough and a meeting with the police to voice their concerns was postponed. This comes after 2 men were fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with the police on Terminal Road earlier this month. The aim of the walkthrough was to reassure residents that the shooting is being investigated and the law and order will prevail. Scores of people who were not aware the meeting had been postponed turned up at the Old Harbour Police Station Wednesday afternoon, but that did not stop them from convening their own meeting. The police eventually joined in, but that meeting ended abruptly as there was a difference of opinion on the start time for the existing curfew in the area.
I am disappointed with the police. We asked for that meeting because we reached out to them based on the happenings in the community, and they disappoint us by not coming, and I am so cut up over that. And they did not even send a representative to speak with us. We have to be reaching out to them, and up till now, nobody has come forward to say whatever to us, and that's not good. We are trying to build a relationship with these guys, and they just let us seem like all of us down here are bad people, and we don't appreciate that. You understand? We are law-abiding citizens, and we want them to come and dialogue with us so that we can know what to do.
Which don't stop the police them from do what they want to do. But every 6 o'clock, they lock down the business. Every night, me have to keep on carrying fish, throw away because 6 o'clock a evening, 6 o'clock a big evening. Nobody can come on the road to support me and buy something for me. Nobody no stop the police them from what they want to do. Then can do them curfew and time until 10 o'clock same way because them dep on the road and do them curfew. But we as a little vendor, we are doing little business. Them a lock we in, a run we off our street side. Them patrol and pass we. If them a do them work, we can't stop them from do. We are not bad people, we not do nothing. So then do them thing and we sell with something. We can't sell nothing at all.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.